Think fast. Ouch!
Hello everyone, it's your boy Lukael. Welcome back to Telltale's The Walking Dead. So hope you guys are doing well. It is time for episode 3, Broken Toys. The previous video was pretty exciting. We got to defend the school from Lilly and her raiders. Unfortunately, while it did go pretty well, they did manage to capture 3 of the kids. So I guess today we're gonna try and maybe save them and save the other kids that they've kidnapped before also. We have taken Abel as a prisoner, so that should help us find their camp and maybe like help us on our search. So episode 3 today. There's only one more episode after this one, so this is a pretty short season. They're gonna have to wrap up everything pretty quickly, but I guess we'll see. So thank you for joining me today, and without any further ado, let's jump right back in.
Previously on The Walking Dead.
A small recap.
While searching for a place to call home, AJ and I found an old boarding school run by kids deep in the forest. Their leader was a guy named Marlon, and AJ pulled the trigger. I told AJ that what he'd done was murder, that he'd have to atone for it. The other kids agreed. They voted to kick us out. I thought we'd never return. Then, AJ and I were attacked by Abel, one of the raiders Marlon had given the twins to.
And
he was with someone I thought I'd never see again. Lilly. We were almost eaten by walkers when suddenly one of them spoke to me. His name was James, an ex-whisperer who didn't believe in killing walkers. He helped me treat AJ, but without real medicine, he wouldn't make it. The kids didn't turn away the sad sight of AJ and let us back inside.
thankfully.
After I told them how we could defend the school against the raiders, they were willing to let us stay, at least until the fight. I decided to help Violet in the bell tower. We looked at the stars together. Violet is a great friend. Those are rare. Then the raiders finally came. They busted open our gates, but the kids stayed hidden as planned. Until 10 ran out of cover, hoping for a chance to learn about his missing sisters. The bomb went off, and attempting to save 10, Mitch threw himself at Lilly and got a knife to the throat.
I don't know if I could have avoided this
With
one.
only a second to decide. I fired and saved Violet. They got away with 3 of our friends, and we had no idea where they'd gone. But we knew someone who did.
Yeah, they got Asim, Omar, and Louis, I think. We could have gone for a romance with Vi. I think it's pretty obvious, but again, I've explained why I didn't really go for it in the previous video. Someone who hasn't read the comics or watched the show, seeing that Whisperer must have been like a huge shock, because like it's the first time you, like I remember when I first saw it on the show, it really surprised me. Like they run into some zombies and then one of them talks, and at first I thought like, oh, maybe the zombies have evolved and now like they can talk, but that's not what it was.
Mitch.
Yeah, Midge died. Which sucks. I don't know if I could have avoided it, although Mitch was kind of a weird kid. He had some very like violent impulses, but
At the start, I was so little. And Mitch looked after me. People said he was a dick sometimes, but he was always nice to me. Now he's gone.
every dick and asshole is nice to someone out there.
Stabbed in the eye by some asshole who never even knew his name.
He'd want you to go on, we'll get revenge. He'd want you to go
Mitch
on.
was looking after all of us. He gave his life so we could go on fighting.
I know that. Doesn't make it any easier.
He'd want us to find our friends and bring them home safe.
And he'd want us to kill the people who took them.
Sure, we can do that too.
AJ's waiting for you in the basement. We got Abel tied up tight. He's alive, but he's out cold.
Thanks.
We should just kill him. We could follow the wheel tracks.
We should bury Mitch. It's time.
So I guess Mitch is the only person we lost in that whole attack. Like the other ones got kidnapped, so they're not dead. So all in all,
Get away from him! You're the reason he's dead!
Willie!
Well, it's true! We had a plan, and that idiot messed it up!
Come on, Willie. None of this is Ten's fault. You know who's really to blame.
I can't believe you're defending him! This is bullshit!
10! I'll take care of this. Talk to Abel, find out where Lilly took Lewis, Omar, and Asim. And Clem, don't be afraid to, you know, hurt him a little. Maybe you'll get more out of him than we did.
he doesn't seem the type that would like flinch under torture, you know? I don't think hurting him is really gonna... I hate having to play these like interrogation / torture segments because like I always do really badly at them. Interrogate Abel, huh? Here we go. Never goes well. Maybe if I threaten him with like Rosie, maybe he's more scared of dogs than of like kids. Oh. I guess that's a collectible. AJ wanted to kill him. You know, having prisoners, it's always such an ethical dilemma, and that's why they always do that in these types of games, right? Because it's a great moral quandary for players. Like, you know, the prisoner dilemma is something that's always in like D&D, stuff like that. Like, it's really easy to, like, let's say you're playing Dungeons and Dragons, right? And your party meets a group of like monsters, you kill them all, you get your XP and your gold. It's very easy, very simple, right? Well, now let's say you run into like a camp of orcs. Very easy, you kill all the orcs, but then what if you find female orcs there, you find women, you find children? What do? Do you kill them all? Like, some players would probably say, oh, let's just kill them all. They'll grow up to become orcs, like they're evil. We might as well kill them, but some players probably wouldn't be comfortable like killing children. So what do? Like, do you take them prisoners? Like, then you have to feed them, you have to kind of like watch over them. Do you send them for justice in like a nearby city? You know, it's always kind of a moral dilemma, because, you know, killing your enemies, very, very easy, very simple, very straightforward, but actually taking them prisoner, what do you do next? Like, you know, you're not really supposed to torture prisoners, like not if you want to pretend to be a good person, I feel. But then again, they are like bad people, they are gonna do bad things. Like, is it just more simple to just kill them outright and make sure they don't hurt anyone again? But then how can you pretend to be the good guy if you're just like killing defenseless people? It's I mean, that's kind of at the core of this game, right?
This should be strong enough to hold him.
Okay. It's really not simple. That's Brody's blood, yeah. Hey, Rosie. She's my dog now? Okay. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say she's straight up my dog, but she's the school's dog, sure. There's AJ playing with his gun. We know AJ wanted to kill Abel. I don't think a little kid should be killing people. That's really gonna mess you up as a person. But then again, look at this world. Look at what these people have had to do already. They're already messed up. All these kids are messed up. All of them have had to do like weird, violent things to survive. So does it really matter at this point? Like, can we really preserve his innocence? Can we really like try and ensure that he turns out into a sane, reasonable adult? I'm not sure there's any hope for that at this point.
Got your gun back, huh?
Uh-huh.
Well, he's good to have not shot him yet. Good self-control. It doesn't really look like he's tied up enough. Oh, man, I'm gonna hate this. Like, I know he's a bad guy, but I don't want to torture prisoners. That just... It really doesn't look like he's tied up, like, safely enough. Like, he could probably break out of there. Like, we did kind of fight with him at the end of the previous episode, and like, he straight up wanted to kill Clementine, so she has good reasons to hate him. So does AJ. He's definitely not above killing children, so that should tell you kind of everything you have to know about him, but still, it's still a person. I'm never gonna feel comfortable torturing people. Drench him? Sure. I should wake him up. Wakey, wakey.
Fuck. Well, that ain't no way to wake an old man up from his afternoon nap. I was having a nice dream, too. About a girl I used to know from before. She also had me tied up, but I wasn't her prisoner, if you get my meaning.
AJ wouldn't get it. I don't know if Clementine would either.
You got any water? Other than what you already dumped on me? I mean,
Drink.
Oh, I thought this was gonna be a choice.
you got good manners, Squirt? Don't mind if I do.
Is it actual water, AJ? Why are you giving him water? That seems weird. Like, maybe it's not water? I thought the choice was gonna be up to me to give him water or not, but instead AJ is just doing it automatically. That doesn't seem like him because he really hates him. I feel like we should stop him, and then, like, if you want some water, you can tell us what we want.
He gets nothing.
If we give him water, maybe he'll atone.
Nothing until after he's told us what we need to know.
You aren't fooling anyone with the hard act. I can tell you never done this before.
Well, there's a first time for anything.
Don't make this harder than it needs to be, okay? I just want to know where Lilly took my people.
It doesn't matter. As soon as she gets there, she's gonna turn around and come right back for me. You better give me the 5-star treatment. If I'm smiling when she gets here, you might...
Sick Rosie on him? Am I gonna do it as like a threat, or am I gonna straight up like just let the dog go wild? Because I want to threaten him with Rosie, but I don't want to like do it outright, you know? What were my other choices? We can handle Lilly, and then
might be able to trade me for a little mercy.
slam his head. Let's not resort to violence just yet. I feel like we're gonna have the option of using Rosie later in the interrogation, so let's not resort to violence just
We
yet.
underestimated you little shits, but...
They did abandon
won't
her,
make the same
you.
mistake twice.
You think Lilly would come back for you? Look at the state you're in. You're worthless to her now.
True.
I can heal.
There is no rescue party, Abel. Only a bunch of pissed-off kids who want you dead.
So tell us where our friends are. You trade it for mercy.
Imagine being like questioned by this little 5-year-old who's threatening you. He's like, if you want mercy, you better tell us what we want. But he's like 5, you know? That's so weird.
Lilly will never give him up.
Then we'll take
The
him.
reason we came here was for more manpower. Losing Jonathan and me for 3 sprouts that can barely hold a gun.
Yeah, not very smart, right?
Even a dummy like me can do the math on that one.
We're gonna get him back.
You don't know what it's like out there. It's a bloodbath. One community against another. From Richmond to the coast.
Richmond,
Back in the
huh?
Delta, we're at war. With some really sick fucks who make me look like the Virgin Mary. We need people to fight it. Soldiers who do what we say. Point the guns the way we tell them to. You little turds are supposed to be easy pickings.
I don't give a shit about your war, or your fucking Delta.
You think we like doing raids like this? Our home is under threat. It's a good home. Built to last. I do a lot to protect it. Maybe you can understand that.
And I do a lot to get my
I
friends
guess.
back. So stop wasting my time.
Okay. front pocket. The answer to all your questions.
I thought this was going to be a
Breathe.
choice too.
Whatsoever parteth the hoof and is cloven-footed, and cheweth the cud among the beasts, that shall ye eat.
What?
What the fuck? Is this code?
No, it's fucking Leviticus. I was hoping it'd be some timely moralistic shit about turning the other cheek. Well, come on.
Hand-rolled cigarette.
That thing ain't gonna light itself.
Oh, it's a
Wanna
Bible
know where your
page.
friends are? Smoke will clear my mind.
Again, not a choice. It's puzzling what is a choice or not.
Help me remember stuff.
Oh.
Like where Lilly went.
Let him smoke, burn him,
Come on, kid.
or stub
Don't
out the
make me wait all
cigarette.
day.
I'm not gonna burn you, but I'm not gonna give it to you either.
Oops.
You little bitch.
Trying not to be violent, but I don't want to give him what he wants either. His lungs are probably shit from like smoking all this. Ugh.
That's a lot of blood.
That's not our fault.
It's not good.
He's gonna die, isn't he?
I thought you wanted this.
Isn't that what you wanted?
I did, but
You're gonna get your wish. When you pushed me off that balcony,
Oh.
something must have burst inside of me.
Yeah, I guess so.
Shit. I never wanted things to end like this. Everything. It all got out of hand.
I believe him.
Now look at me. I'm a fucking mess.
will he turn?
No.
He's gonna, but he's tied up, so.
My whole life, everything I ever got, I got with my own two hands. And my will.
Well, you just have one hand now.
For my body to turn on me, to take control. I'll tell you where to find Lilly. Just promise. You won't let me turn.
Alright, that's fair.
I'm begging you.
Let him sweat. I mean, if you're gonna tell me what I want, sure.
If you're honest with me, I'll put you out of your misery. You have my word.
Okay, we have a boat. We're docked a few miles west of here at an old fishing pier. Your friends are on the boat. You got what you wanted. Please, don't let me become one of those things. Please, I don't want to turn.
It's so... This was much easier than I thought, first of all. I really thought he was gonna play hardball and like that he wasn't going to cooperate at all. It's interesting how scared they are of turning. I guess because like we don't really know if there's a part of us still alive like after we turn. Like I guess like maybe they think that it's like purgatory and like you get to see everything and like you're still kind of alive in there. I don't think that's how it is. I think you're just dead and then like your body just reanimates. But I can understand the fear, but like he's more scared of turning than he is of like dying, which is somewhat surprising. I don't think he's like putting on an act. I think he really does feel like things have just gotten way out of hands. Like he's done some bad things. You know, he's attacked children and stuff, but he's never really been the first to pull the trigger. You know, when we saw him at the train station, he threatened us, sure, but like he wasn't attacking first. Like it feels like he was trying to avoid it as long as possible, but he's also ruthless enough where he's not above like, you know, threatening people. So I believe him. I guess him dying right there is consequence enough for his actions. You know, he's hurt people, he's attacked children, so he should have consequence. It would be really cruel for Clementine to promise that he's not gonna turn and then to let him turn. I don't think she would do that, and that's not really the lesson we want to teach AJ either. So because we gave our promise, I think we should Just kill him. Maybe AJ should do it, but... Well, there you go.
Not that. I wanna... Let me keep my face.
Well, you're gonna turn if I do that. You don't have to watch.
You don't need to watch this.
I want to.
Okay, well. Say goodnight. Oh, you're gonna do it from the side? Ugh. Clementine's gonna be so messed up from doing this. I would have gone under the jaw
At least you
if
can't
that was
hurt
me.
anyone anymore.
AJ looks to you for guidance in this world. You taught him that sometimes death is a... I guess so. That's not really what I wanted him to take away from this, but...
Come on, we have a boat to find.
This poor kid's gonna be so messed up. Like, no 5-year-old should be witness to freaking murder. Alright, fast forwarding this. This is a very lovely opening. It's a shame you guys don't get to hear the song. Because it's a pretty nice song. So let's hope he didn't lie about the boat, but I don't think he would have. So their whole community is in a boat? I mean, I guess it's possible.
Once we find the boat, we'll look for a way to sneak on board.
Just the three of us?
Tin doesn't fuck it up this time.
It wasn't Tin's fault.
Yes, it was. Mitch died because he...
Say one more thing about Tin. I dare you.
Guys, look.
Guys. Come on, a 5-year-old can't just threaten you like that. It's not very believable. Okay, so it's not a boat in the water? Why is it just the 4 of us? I guess we're doing some recon. Don't think we should have brought AJ.
The beach, a boat, and a wood street in the water.
That's called a pier.
Pier.
Okay, let's spread out and focus on those areas. Keep your heads low.
They probably have guards around. Spy on the raiders. Okay. Where's AJ?
You ever seen this boat before?
No. Marlin kept us confined to the safe zone.
So they could have been here a while.
Pier leading up to the boat? It's our only way in and out.
Well, let's see what else is down there. There are a few on deck, a couple others on the pier. Could be more inside.
Looks like they're well armed too.
But they're mostly, like, they're already busy being at war with another community, so...
Wait, I see Lewis.
Abel wasn't lying. This is it.
The pier has plenty of cover on it. If we're careful, we can sneak in undetected.
But there's always going to be a guard in front of it, so... What if we go through the trees?
I can see an entrance.
I saw that too. It looks like there's a door at the other end.
There's a small opening at the top of those closed doorways. AJ and I know how to deal with those.
Okay, AJ-sized opening.
I don't see any obvious place to keep prisoners.
They're probably below deck. We should have asked Abel.
When he said on a boat, I didn't think it'd be this big.
I thought it'd be bigger. I mean, if the community itself is in the boat, it has to be a huge boat, so I thought it'd be even bigger.
There's no good cover leading up to the boat. We're gonna need one hell of a distraction.
Walkers!
What is this sound? Oh, they got a crossbow, okay. That was not loud enough for a gun.
Maybe if we could get walkers on the beach somehow.
Maybe not as hard as you'd think.
Could ask James, maybe? We could use walkers as a diversion, but he's not gonna want us to use them as cannon fodder because he doesn't want the walkers to die. Like, he did it once to save us and he didn't really like it. What's this guy's name again? Willie?
Anything useful?
Looks like building material. Furniture. Probably stuff from the train station.
Sheet metal, wood, and quite a bit of it.
We should have that stuff.
Well, maybe eventually.
Are those torches?
Maybe. Why?
We could use the fire.
Clementine is so smart. Like, she's thinking, like, analyzing all these situations and trying
Loading
to
those rafts
think
with
of, like...
supplies.
I could cut those loose and just ride them downriver easy.
We could burn these or cut them loose. Okay. Where'd AJ go? Oh, there he is.
Find anything over here?
They have horses.
Let me see.
Why are you sad about that? Because you wanted to ride one?
More torches. Setting the hay on fire would get their attention. Scare the horses, too.
We could get on the boat easier that way.
But we don't want to hurt the horses.
If
We could
cut
bring
those
them back to the
horses free,
school.
we could slow down anyone trying to chase us.
Get rid of their horses. We should steal them. We should bring them back to the school.
We should get out of here before they spot us. We can talk through the plan once we're somewhere safe.
Okay. We're lucky they didn't spot us yet.
What's the plan?
Well, they've got guards posted on the pier and the boat. There's no way we can take them all at once. Our only hope is to distract them while we sneak on board.
We should burn their stuff.
That'd work. We could burn the supplies or the hay they keep for the horses.
Whatever we don't burn, we should take. Ruby would love to have the horses. But I'd rather steal those supplies.
Is the idea that if we burn the hay, we're gonna steal the horses? They have supplies too. I mean, it's kind of stupid to burn supplies. Like, we don't want them to have it, but this stuff is kind of limited. I just hope that burning the hay doesn't mean hurting the horses. I think it just means that they would run away. But then could we, like, steal the horses and bring them back to the school? And if we burn the supplies, like, I don't know, just because they're raiders doesn't mean they don't have, like, innocent people with them, and so we don't want, like, people to starve, or... Plus, we could eventually maybe steal those supplies, depending on how things go over here, so... We're not gonna burn
traps.
supplies.
Weapons!
Yeah, we'll steal their supplies and burn the hay as our distraction. If you're going to steal from the rafts, you have to do it carefully.
Wouldn't do it any other way.
The
Okay.
fire will lure the raiders away from the boat, and we can sneak across the pier.
If anyone sees us, they'll shoot.
You remember that guy I told you about? James? He sent in walkers to save us from Lilly and Abel. Maybe we could convince him to do it again. If we lead a big enough group of them onto the beach, we can blend in without being seen.
Oh, you want to blend in the walkers? I mean, that could work, but there's always a risk that you're gonna be one of the ones that get
Perfect.
shot.
What about after we get everyone home? I mean, the raiders will just come attack us again. What then?
That's true.
Hide, quick!
Ooh. Is that Lilly? No.
A raider. Has to be. You all stay here. I'll see if they know anything that could help us.
What do you mean? You gonna talk to them? We shouldn't get seen. We should just go back home.
Drop it. Where do you keep the people you steal? I don't know what you're...
Oh, this could be Minnie or
Fucking around.
Sophie.
Answer the question. The boiler deck. Second deck. They're all there. Clementine, wait.
Yeah, it's one of them.
It's Minnie.
So you're one of them willingly? Maybe Lily was telling the truth. Damn, she is tall.
After the attack, I wasn't sure. I mean, I heard they burned half your school down.
She just sounds like
Who
Clementine.
survived? Ruby, Mitch, Brody, 10.
Ruby and 10 made it. Mitch didn't. And Brody, she died.
Why don't you just come back with us? Or do you want to be
Ted's
here?
boots holding up okay?
His boots.
They're so old, there are more holes than rubber.
Wait. This is Minnie. I thought they were both sisters and that they were 10 sisters, but like she's not black. I guess maybe they meant sisters as like they're like family, but they're not like
I
related.
taped him up the last time I saw him, but that was a while ago. His boots are fine. You're Clementine. The girl who took over after Marlon died.
I didn't really take
Weird.
over.
I thought everyone would want to lean on their own. Violet's the one in charge. Really? The Violet I knew could barely stand to talk to people, let alone play class president. You're the one who convinced the school to fight back.
Yep.
From where I'm standing, that puts you in charge.
Well, whatever you want to say.
Leadership is going to get my little brother killed. Excuse me?
What do you suggest then?
Abel figured he could talk Marlon into handing everyone over like he and Lilly did, but... like they did before. You ruined the whole plan.
What the hell? He gave you and Sophie away.
Yeah, and we all survived it. Marlon would have never made them fight the way you did. He wouldn't have gotten people killed.
Minnie, you're wrong. Clem protected us.
Yeah. And how come so many people are dead? You know, Minnie, you sound an awful lot like one of them. That's really close to the speech Lilly gave me in the woods. It's the truth.
Where's Sophie?
So you want to be here?
Is she alive?
She died protecting the Delta. A hero. A hero? God, you...
Minerva!
Shit.
Oh, that's her full name. Minerva.
Rockingham! Finish up and head back.
Oh, there's
I want
Lily.
to be in before dark.
You gonna tell on us? You have no reason not to.
Yes, ma'am.
Interesting. Why not tell them about us?
Our boat leaves for the Delta in 2 days. Then it'll be a couple of weeks before we can come back for the rest of you. When we do, don't fight. The only way you're gonna save your people is to let us take them. I'm serious. Don't fight this. It's not too late, Minnie. You could come back to the school with us. No. No, I couldn't.
Why not? So she wants to fight for them, it sounds like she's been convinced. She wants to protect the Delta.
Are you okay?
Nothing's changed. Our plan is to get onto the boat and save our friends. So that's what we're gonna do.
So was she like this before too, or like, is that what you're saying? That like she hasn't really
We all
changed?
should head home. Start getting things ready. Get everyone caught up on the plan.
Everyone except 10.
I warned you.
Enough, both of you.
I warned
Jim
you,
and I will go
motherfucker.
find James. Good luck.
Okay, so James will play a role again. I thought maybe he was like a one-off, but it sounds like he still has a role to play. Interesting. So we wanted to save Minnie and Sophie. Now Sophie's already dead, unless she lied. I guess she could have lied and like she's actually alive, but like she doesn't want to leave. But she's probably dead.
How many walkers do you think James will help us get?
So at this point, we're only trying to save the ones that were taken in the previous episode, because like Sophie is dead, Minnie doesn't want to leave, or at least if she wants to, she's like been kind of not brainwashed but influenced, so she's kind of torn on it. We could maybe convince her to come back, but it doesn't sound like she wants to. So we're just trying to save Louis, Omar, and Asim, I guess. But then, yeah, when they ask the question, what then? Like, if we save them, they're always gonna come back to try and mess with us again, so what do we do then? Like, I don't know. There's never really any long-term solution to anything in Walking Dead, because like, let's say we pray that this boat community falls in the war, and so they can't attack us again, but then whoever kills them is probably eventually going to find the school, and then they're gonna try and take us, and like, you know, there's never any permanent safety. Not unless you're a community so massive that no other group can attack you, or that you're in like such a remote location that no one ever really finds you and like finds your hiding place. So this school doesn't seem like it's hidden enough or no one would ever find them, but I don't know. Why are you so
15,
angry?
100, 1,000.
Clem, I don't... Ow.
Gunshot wound.
It feels like someone pinched me from inside.
Here, let's rest a second.
Yeah, we have him out and about, and like he's been shot only a few days ago. He needs more rest.
Clem, I keep thinking. When Willie said all that stuff about Tin before, I got so mad. He was being mean, and Tin wasn't even there to defend himself.
Now, it's true that Ten messed up the plan by revealing himself, but it's not really his fault. Like, they played to his emotion, and like, you can't expect people to, I mean, I don't blame him because he's just a kid, and like, they said he might see his family again, and so he didn't stick by the plan, but I don't really blame him. You know, I blame the Raiders. It's their fault, ultimately. So...
I wanted to hurt him. I know I shouldn't, but I just can't stop thinking about it. I want to just punch his head. I tried breathing, kicking rocks. I don't like this feeling. Wanting to hurt somebody.
Sometimes staying focused on what I'm doing helps me forget when I'm angry. Just think about saving our friends or...
Yeah, I know. I'm trying. Right now it's just different. I can't make my brain switch to thinking about that. Like, I think I'm mad at Tin too.
He's very... It's pretty amazing, like for a 5-year-old, he's very aware of his own feelings and emotions, and she's also trained him to kind of share what he feels also, so she can like help him along, it seems. Because he's always very vocal, like, Clem, you know, this is how I feel inside, what do I do with these feelings? And then she can kind of like try and help him, but it's like, it's not something a child would ever do. Like, children don't really, they can't observe their own feelings that well, like they only react, you know, they're very reactive to what's happening to them. I like AJ, I don't know how realistic of a character it really is for a 5-year-old to be like this, but then again, I've never met any 5-year-old that grew up in the apocalypse, so who's to say? I don't know.
Running out of cover when Lilly attacked the school was really stupid.
Yeah, it was.
He just doesn't know stuff like we do. And then Willie started yelling at him instead of helping him learn. Why don't the other kids know all the stuff we know? When there's a plan, you have to follow it. And when you yell at someone, it just makes them not listen.
Well, the other kids haven't had it as hard as we've had.
I mean,
We had
I
to
guess.
make a lot of mistakes to learn what we know.
Yeah. I guess. But Tin's mistakes are just so bad.
Well, you shot someone,
Maybe
remember?
he'll learn from them too, like we did. It's weird that people are so different.
Yeah.
It
Sure
is
is.
Erickson's boarding school for troubled youth.
Troubled youth. Trouble like bad? So they did bad things? Why?
Okay, sometimes they do them because bad things happen to them. I knew a doctor once, back when you were just a baby. He called it trauma. You have some too, you know. The thing where people can't walk up behind you.
I don't like my trauma. I want to get it off of me. How do I get rid of it? I don't even
Years
like
of
the way the
therapy.
word sounds.
You never really get rid of it.
It doesn't work like that. It's too deep down inside you. It never goes away.
That sucks.
But you can resist it, just like anger.
I mean, I'm sure you
I
can get
still
over
like-
trauma if you had like therapy, but they're never gonna find a therapist. So like, I don't know if he's ever gonna. Like, he is very young too, so like this stuff will really stay with him a long time because like he's in his formative years. Then again, he is very young, so you could also say he's eventually just gonna forget this stuff because like it happened when he was so young. I'm not sure. I wonder what a psychologist would
I
say
like
about
Tim
that.
the most, I think. Even if he does dumb things. Actually, I think he's my first real friend.
Oh yeah? I thought I was your first real friend.
Well, you're like more like a sister.
Yeah, but you don't count. You're old.
Am not.
Fine. He's my second first real friend.
I mean, you should just say he's your brother because he really is. Like you've known him. Like you don't make friends with babies, and when you saw him literally get born, so it doesn't count as a friend. He's your brother. Okay, so we got some walkers here. But James wouldn't want us to kill them. So we should try and distract them if we can. Oh, that's his camp. Okay, that's why they came here. But he's probably always on the move. Like, he probably doesn't stay in one place.
I don't see James. Just monsters.
James?
Why don't you have your mask on?
You're hurt.
How'd this happen?
Did the raiders do this?
It looked like they had people from your school. Why are you here?
Those people you saw? We're going to save them. But to do that, we need your help moving some walkers.
I could maybe help, but my mask is still in the camp, inside my bag. I can't pass through a herd without it.
Okay, then let's go get it.
Please, I just ask that you don't kill them. The walkers.
But like, if we send a herd after the raiders, they're all gonna die. Surely you know that, right? So you don't want me to kill walkers so that we can then kill a bunch of walkers? Be consistent. Okay, let's try not to kill them, I guess.
If you distract them, I can sneak over and find my mask.
Distract all of them?
Please.
I mean, sure, we just need to make some noise.
I'll try.
I'm surprised you need our help for this, James. I thought you knew the walkers well. Okay, so we only want to stun them. But they do eventually get back up. This is quite risky. This is quite risky. Combo! Oh. Ah, shit. Okay, I tried. It's hard not to kill any of them. Because they really gang up on you. I need to stun them like further away from each other. Also, if you like destroy their leg, they wouldn't just get back up. Like their leg would be busted. They should crawl on the ground. Oh boy, oh boy.
I don't know how long I can keep this up. Did you find your mask?
I can't find it. The horses must have... There!
Oh, shit.
We have to run.
Hey, over here! AJ!
No, there are too many of them.
The cart. If I push it, the noise will draw them away.
Or you could just scream. Just scream really loud. It would make way more noise. Okay, I guess we're on the hill. This noise to distract walkers thing is so inconsistent because, like, it's really easy to make noise. Clem could just run away like 30 meters over there and then like scream really loud, and then they're all gonna go that way. And that would be plenty enough. And then you can just like run around, you know? I know I'm not supposed to really overthink this stuff, but it's just not really consistent.
AJ, are you okay?
Yeah, no bites.
James noticed that you spared the walkers.
I
Good.
know it would have been easier to kill them. You're kind. I appreciate it. Really.
No problem. Your relationship with James has changed. Here's your weird little mask. I wonder who that person is that serves as a mask now.
Thank you for helping me get this back.
What's that photo you got?
Now, how will walkers save your friends?
They're being held captive on a boat not too far from here.
We need to kill a bunch of
We can't
them?
sneak on board without cover. Not without the raiders gunning us down.
You want to use walkers to hide? To sneak on board their ship? That's insane.
It's our only chance.
I know you don't like it, but
I have something I need you to see. So you can understand what you're asking.
okay.
James.
We still need his help, right?
Yeah, we do.
Also, how does he do it? How do you command a herd? Like with the Whisperers, because they were a big group, they just kind of, you know, they went among the walkers and they just kind of went in a direction, like the walkers just kind of followed
safe.
them. But for one Whisperer, I'm not sure how you could really direct
Just a
them.
little further.
Is there like a huge herd? What is this place? Talk to James. Okay. Well, let's look around to see if we can find some collectibles. Wind chimes.
A wind chime. Might be pretty in our room.
Pretty and peaceful. I actually fucking hate wind chimes. I hate the sound they make. Like my neighbors put up some wind chimes recently and it's driving me crazy. It's a salt lick.
Clem, what's this?
It's like in season 1.
It's called a salt lick.
Surprised she remembers that. Don't lick it.
Salt lick? Ugh, sounds gross. Or maybe it's actually good, like chips. Those are salty, right? Like the snack bag in the car.
Go ahead, lick it.
Can I lick it?
Go ahead. Lick it if you want to.
Ugh. Gross. It tastes nasty.
Well, now you know.
Ugh, learning sucks.
Well, you wanted to try it, so there you go. There you go. Do you want to bring it back to our room so you can lick it anytime?
Doesn't look like there's been a horse here in a long time.
I love how the Salt Lake is kind of like a returning character from season 1.
Must have had electricity here once.
Yeah. There was electricity pretty much everywhere, Clem. Interesting. Beatnik? One of Disco Broccoli's chive. Talking friends. Okay. So what's the deal?
People, my former people, they had a practice. They called it collecting.
Oh, so you do that too?
They use them as a weapon. I do this to protect them. I know it sounds strange, but that's why I brought you here. To see them as I do. As people.
But I don't,
As
though.
people?
Well, not people exactly, but something in between. Part of us is still in there. Deep down. So few of us die anymore. We turn. Not dead, not alive.
I mean, you can't prove that, can you? Like, I don't want to challenge your whole worldview, but how can you prove that we're still in there? Is that just a belief you have? And if it's true, it sounds like hell, you know? I want to say both these things.
God, I hope that's not true. That sounds like hell.
To you, maybe. I think it seems peaceful.
Do you really think there's people inside of monsters?
Somewhere. Yes. Think about it this way. Has someone you cared about turned?
Yeah, and then they fucking kill you.
Clem's friend, Lee. She let him.
Do you really think there's nothing left of who he was?
I don't really. Because they just try and kill you instantly when they turn.
No, he's gone.
So how can
Even
you
if his
think that?
body is still moving, there's nothing left. Just a walker.
I'm sorry you feel that way. I lived among walkers for years. Still do, in a way. When they're alone, they're harmless. Innocent. If you want my help, I need you to try and walk with them. Then tell me if you really believe they're just monsters.
Will you accept my answer?
They are just monsters. They're not people or friends. Clem,
She'll be safe, I promise.
this isn't smart. It's too dangerous.
She just...
Like the technique and method of walking among walkers using a mask, it's very smart. It's very clever and it seems to work just fine. Like the Whisperers get to live among them. Like I'm sure they're full of disease and like it can be good for your health, but it works. Like you don't get attacked. So another good trick was what Michonne used to do, where like she would remove their lower jaw, and when they can't bite you, they kind of just lose interest and like they stop being aggressive. So you could just do that to all the walkers you see, and then, you know, they're not dangerous anymore. It would be like a nice in-between solution for like, you get to leave them alive, like James wants, but they're also not dangerous, so... But they don't do that. Like, they always show these little glimpses of like exceptions or like how you can kind of bend the rules of these zombies, but then they never really use them that much. Like covering yourself in walker guts to walk among them. They only do that like a handful of times on the show, but like you would think they would do it more often. I mean, it's not a perfect method. Sometimes people still get noticed and they still get attacked and die. So I guess that's why they don't rely on it, but I don't know.
just needs to move as they do.
If it gets bad in there, I'll need you to save me, okay? Can you do that?
I didn't really want to say that.
Yes. I'll always protect you.
Okay.
I know you will.
But yeah, sure. Like... Ugh. Just make sure you protect my hat.
The
I want my hat back.
rule is never go alone.
I'm not leaving you. I'll be right back.
Find the exits.
I will.
Don't let fear take over.
I will. I promise.
The mask will disguise your scent, but be gentle and be quiet. Touch the wind chime. You'll see.
I mean, it's not like all the smell just comes out of your face, you know? I guess the mask smells really bad, so like it covers part of it, but the rest of your body would still smell. I mean, they probably haven't had a bath or a shower in like years, so I guess they don't smell that good in the first place. Touch the wind chimes. Look at this first person shit. Like, this is really dangerous. Because, like, any bite from any of them will just means death. So... this one has, like, red eyes. What's that about? This is really risky. Are you guys gonna move, or...? I'm being very gentle, I'm barely moving. Is this supposed to be a nice little magical moment? Because I still don't really see it. What is this Titanic-ass music?
Whoa, hey there, kiddo. It's all right, I'm fine. See? No bites.
No bites.
So, do you still think they're just monsters?
Yeah, I do
Now
actually.
that you've seen them at peace. Any different? At all?
Sorry, I tried, but
Yeah, I do. They're still just monsters. Dangerous things that want to kill us.
That's what I thought you would say. It's what I would have said too. Once.
Have you ever killed a walker before?
I have. Many.
sometimes you just don't have a choice.
Have you ever killed a person?
Many. But that was a long time ago.
I've killed someone before, too.
AJ,
You've killed someone?
Yeah. I'm a murderer. But I'm trying to atone.
Well, that's good. I guess.
That's enough. What about the walkers? Are you going to help us save our friends?
I did what you said.
I thought I could, but I can't. So many walkers would die. All of the death this would cause. I'm sorry, Clementine, but I can't have more blood on my hands.
James, the walker in the barn, the one with the different eyes, what was his name?
His name? What do you...
How about the woman in the back, near the wind chimes? What's her name?
I don't know.
Asim, Omar, Lewis. Those are the names of my friends, the ones who were stolen by the raiders. I'll never forget that.
It's a good point.
I may be stubborn, but I'm not heartless.
So is that a no or a yes?
Those raiders are cruel. They force others to be the same. And even if your friends think like you, no one deserves that. It'll take some time to guide them through the forest to the shore. Others will join the herd as they go.
Okay. Thank you.
Tomorrow night, be ready. I can't undo this.
And there's also a risk that a lot of innocents are gonna die. Like, some raiders might die from the walkers, but some other people might get caught in the crossfire too. But like, aren't you just following them? Like, how do you lead them?
Come on, AJ. Let's get back before it's too dark.
Not really sure. I guess he has some mysterious ways, the ways of the Whisperer. I understand why he feels that way, and I think it's
I've
an
never met
interesting...
anyone like James before. I mean, he's tough. Not like you, though. He doesn't kill monsters, but he's not scared of them either.
He
He's
should
cool.
be.
Hey, Clem. Willie told me the plan. How'd things go with that guy?
James, he agreed to help us.
If somebody told me we were gonna sneak onto a boat in a herd of walkers, I'd call them crazy.
What are you doing with those?
Oh, well, I wanted to throw one last hootenanny before
A
the
hootenanny?
big fight.
Swear?
Huh?
It sounds like a swear.
Would Clementine even know that?
What the hell is a hootenanny?
It's just another way of saying party. I know it sounds strange, throwing a party, but people need something to lift their spirits right about now.
This could be our last chance.
I wanted to make some tea for everyone. Could I borrow your little heater thing?
What can I do?
We need to pretty up the old music room. Could you make us something colorful to hang up?
Okay, I'll be an artist.
Very good. That's more your age than killing people.
I'm gonna make the
Decoration?
a decoration for the party.
For the party.
Okay, I'll get the heater.
Loud drawing. Place your collectibles before leaving. Yeah, I think, James is interesting. It's interesting to meet a nice Whisperer, because, the Whisperers in the show, they're like antagonists, and they're all kind of crazy, so... But it's nice to meet one who's just a normal guy, and who has, like, this idea that the walkers are still, people inside. And, like, throughout zombie media, you always meet some of these types that are, like, they don't think we should kill the zombies. They think that they're, like, still people, and, like, who's to say? We can't really prove it either way, right? Like maybe deep inside there's still a part of them that's still in there, but like that would be horrible because as soon as they turn, they attack whoever's near to them. So like let's say your mother turns, you know? It's your mother, you love her so dearly, and then the moment she turns, she like bites you and kills you. Like if that person was still inside, how horrific of a fate. You know?
What's his name?
Beat Nick.
That's funny.
Do you even get what the joke is?
No.
I love that he doesn't get the joke.
I'm gonna show him the tin later.
Sure. Coffee heater. I guess we can use
School
this.
pride.
Erickson Academy. I guess that's our home too now. That must be the plan, right? Is like we want this place to be our long-term home. When I put the damn wind chimes.
Go Erickson.
Go where?
No, like cheering them on.
They would have so many of these little moments where like she says something that he doesn't really understand and like she has to explain what it means. I love that they put some of them in there. Like sometimes you'll ask like, oh, what's a hootenanny? What's troubled? But it would happen just constantly, you know? If you've had a very, very young sibling, like I have, you know what it's like to be near like a baby or a child. Like everything you say, they're like, what's that? What's that? What does that mean? And it's really fun to teach them. It's very gratifying. Doesn't look like I can place the wind chimes anywhere. Not seeing anywhere to place the wind chimes.
How's the drawing coming? Can I see?
Nope, it's not done yet, but it is pretty good.
Okay. Keep at it, little brother.
I'm done, Clem. Come see.
Okay,
Oh wow.
be right
Okay,
there.
That didn't take long. Ruby wants to make some tea.
Hey, you're getting better at this. Soon you'll be as good an artist as 10.
I don't know. He's really good.
Something wrong,
Don't be sad.
AJ?
I was just thinking about stuff while I was drawing.
Like what? It's not much of a
There are
decoration,
three
it's just
kind of
one little
eyes,
drawing.
Oh yeah?
There are live people eyes. We got those. Then there's monsters' eyes. Usually look like dirty water. Other times, monsters' eyes aren't even wet. And then there are live people eyes right as you kill them. Like you did to Abel. His eyes look like you blew a candle out. He was a bad guy. I know I shouldn't feel like this. I hated him too. I think there's something wrong with me.
He's seen too much death.
You're way too little to see so much death, AJ. So much violence.
No, I'm big enough. I know I'm big because I think of this stuff now. I care about what I do more.
Guess that's
I'm getting
true.
real smart.
Well, don't get cocky.
Is that right?
Yes, because I'm always thinking all the time.
Okay, what are you thinking about right now?
You getting bit, turning into a monster.
Oh,
Yeah, the older I get, the more I see it. I don't know why. What happens then? Anyone can get bit. Doesn't matter if you're inside or outside or how careful you are.
AJ, we've talked about this a lot. If I get bit, you know what has to happen.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
This better not
But
be
you brought it
foreshadowing.
up, so we're going to.
It does something weird to my stomach. Like I'm gonna get the dookies.
AJ, I need to know you remember what we talked about.
I'm sure he
What you're
does.
supposed to do if it happens. Listen to me. If I get bit, you'll...
This better not be foreshadowing for the final episode, I swear to God. He should run away. I feel like if I say shoot me, he might like do it too early. Like, I don't know, it's hard to think how a child thinks, right? Especially a child that has gone through all the things he has. Like, I would hope he realizes that it's only like a last resort kind of thing, that it's only once I'm turned he has to shoot me. I feel like otherwise he might just shoot me as soon as I get bit. They really better not be setting up what happens at the end of this game. I'm gonna be so fucking angry. If something happens to Clem, I'm gonna be really angry. I wanna say run away, but he really should shoot her. Because we don't know the context. There's always a chance that if Clem gets bit and like she doesn't have a way to end her own life, that once she turns, she might hurt other people. And like, you want to try and avoid that. Like with Lee was locked in a room and like his arm was shackled to the radiator. So like he wasn't really gonna hurt anyone ever. That's kind of how I saw it. I guess I'm gonna say shoot me. But I don't like it.
Shoot.
No. No, I'm not gonna do that.
AJ, you promised.
I don't care. I'm not gonna shoot you.
It shouldn't be up to him, really.
If you get bit, I'd want you to bite me too.
What? You don't mean
I
that.
want to be alone. Please don't be mad. I can't live with you not with me, Clem. I know we've talked about it so much, but...
I'll bite you so hard sounds like such a... It sounds like she's almost joking with him. Like she's almost just like teasing him. It's like, I'll bite you so hard. It's so sad. Like it makes perfect sense. Of course he would feel that way. Clem is all he's ever known. Like, so if she's gone, why would he want to go on? He doesn't have that fortitude, you know, of someone who's lived a long time. He's just a little kid. So he doesn't want to hold on to life at any cost, you know? It's so sad. But he has to do what he promised.
Don't make me.
Alvin Jr., if you have a gun, you shoot me. If you don't, you use your knife. No knife, a rock to the head, as many times as you have to.
I said I don't wanna.
I don't care what you said. You will do it.
I don't care what you say.
God damn it, AJ. You can't break promises, AJ.
I know.
You're not letting this go, are you?
James said...
Guess not.
Now James gonna put the dop in her.
Like on the inside. If you got bit and then bit me, then maybe we'd still be together. It would just be a different together. We might even be okay. You think so?
We don't know that.
Let's say James might be right. That monsters have part of the person they were still inside them. The thing is, no one can prove that. And if we can't prove it, we're not going to risk our lives over it.
Can I go patrol for a bit? Before the party?
Sure, go ahead. Be careful.
Damn, really rushed out of there.
What's with AJ?
He just needs some space.
I guess you could say
Talk
that.
about what happened today with Minnie?
Sure.
Sure.
Kind of
What's
have a lot
wrong?
of my mind already,
The
but
thing is, seeing Minnie, I feel like it should have scared me, but it didn't.
why?
Person we ran into in the woods, that wasn't Minnie. Not really. The way she sounded and acted, the way she talked about Sophie and Lilly. I'm confused, I guess.
I did see some doubt in her eyes when we said, you can still come back with us. Like, she looked a little bit conflicted, so I think there is a possibility that we could save her still. But it's not her
Can
fault.
still save Minnie. If we brought her back, we could...
You saw how she reacted when Lilly showed up. Those are her people now, and we are not. Minnie, the real Minnie, she's gone. She's been gone this whole time, and have to stop mourning her.
I can't quite remember. Was Minnie her girlfriend or was it Sophie? I think it was Minnie, right? So it's like, it's pretty surprising that they saw each other again and like it didn't really seem to move Minnie any more than that. I mean, who knows how serious their relationship even was? You know, it could have been just like a little passing thing, so who knows? And I don't remember if they said how long it's been that they've been kidnapped either. Like, was it 6 months? Like 2 years? I'm not sure.
I won't let her take you or AJ, or anyone else I care about.
Louis knows when to keep his head down.
Yeah, shit. You know what, I hope so. You know, when I first got here, I hated him. He was so much. You know, he walks into a room and it's like, look at me, watch me perform. It's so stupid.
He's just trying to be uplifting.
Then I realized under all that, he really cares about people. And he doesn't just feel it, he says it. He'll tell you every goddamn day how much you mean to him. Shit, he'll probably sing about it.
Especially if there's already a famous song with your name in it.
You having some
We've
second
gotta
thoughts
get him back.
about
We
Louis?
will. Louis, Omar, Asim. We'll get them all back.
I made you this.
Really?
Clementine? Really?
It's like a name badge. It'll look good on your jacket.
Thanks. Token of friendship.
Hey, Clem!
Jesus Christ. Whoa. Ooh. Not sure I got that.
Wow. Where did you find a beach ball?
It was in some garbage behind one of the dorms. I had to blow it up, and that was pretty gross. But look, it works.
I should get going. Ruby could probably use some help.
We were having a little moment.
It's cool, right?
Super cool.
Yeah, it is.
Back!
Oh, so excited. Bop it off his head. Oh man. So tempting.
Think fast.
Ouch!
Look at that, just kids being kids. How nice.
I love you, Clem.
I love you back, kiddo.
I really hope nothing bad
Gotta get ready
happens
to
to
go.
them. My
Sounds like
heart
they need
won't
us
be
in
able
the
to
music
take it.
Okay.
I'm getting choked up just thinking about it. I hope nothing bad happens to them. They keep foreshadowing it, and I hope it's not. I hope it's not gonna happen. Alright, so as usual, I'm going to split this episode in 2 videos. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to end it, but we're gonna finish Broken Toys in the next video. You won't have long to wait, so in the meantime, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I had fun playing this. Hope you had fun watching it, and I'll see you in the next video for the end of episode 3. À la prochaine.